Hello and welcome to DeKalb BTV. Today we're streaming the 2025 DeKalb County Free Fall Fair Parade. It's up and coming. We're going to have a lot to show, and we're very excited to bring it to you here at BTV. So just looking at it, we have some grand finale parade officials, the director, Randy Coburn, assistant director, Ellen Stolley, announcer, Jeff Turner. So many people we could thank, and we're so appreciative of all they do for the fair. We have judges for the parade: Shelly Johnson, head judge, Andrew Budd, Jenna Lynn, Denise Oster, who is the horse judge, parade monitors: Carolyn Foley, Chuck Knox and Brexton Holler, Laura Knox and Grayson Holler, Richard Thompson, David Brown, and these are just a few of so many people we could thank. We're so appreciative of all they're doing to put this together and how they're handling it. Now, we're not sure exactly when the parade is going to be coming through because they're still setting up, but we are hoping to bring it to you as soon as possible. And we thank you here at BTV for tuning in. Today, the crew is me, Wyatt Nepper, our lovely tech, Cooper Eads. On the ground, we've got Gavin Hort, who will hopefully be bringing you some great on-the-ground shots, and our lovely announcer-director, Mr. Friels, will be here soon. Here he is, just walking onto the balcony. So glad to have you with us, Mr. Friels. What can you tell us about this parade?
Today, it's the accumulation of America's largest family reunion, they like to say. Be a lot of people in town for the parade. You know, the parade is starting down at way down on 19th Street by Eckhart Park. And, you know, it'll come down all the way through Main Street. It'll make a turn down then on 9th Street. Goes around the downtown area, obviously, because the downtown area is packed. Come out to 4th Street. Hangs the left over to Jackson, and it'll be coming right down Jackson Street here in front of our vantage point here on Team Quality Services balcony. What a great thing to do. Team Quality Services, they loan us their balcony, and it's really cool that they can do that. You know, Wyatt, you're all set up, looking great today. We really appreciate you being here. I think, you know, the thing that I like about broadcasting from the balcony is the fact that, you know, there's so many people on the ground. You know, Gavin's down on the ground. You've got a couple of great shots of him right now. We're going to show you. We got a live cam here. And Gavin will send it down there. Gav will be on the street, you know, trying to catch as many things as he can, which is really, really cool for us as he's picking up fair people and what's happening. We love that. Just a lot of really cool things. So it's also fun. Now, Wyatt, have you ever been in the parade?
No, I haven't. This is the first time I've ever actually watched the parade. Other than ACD, I've never even watched a parade.
Gotcha. Well, this is a great parade because it showcases so many merchants, first of all. And then on top of that, you know, the marching bands and clubs and people that are in the parade. Just really, really a cool atmosphere of what's going on and what's happening at the parade. So we're really excited about that. The parade's just one of those things that brings people together. You can see them for blocks and blocks right here, lined up along Jackson, all the way completely down past the church and obviously the post office, then lined up all the way to 4th Street, going the other direction. So just people every place lined up along the streets. And of course the parade, you know, the kickoff time for the parade is 10 o'clock, but it takes a little while for the parade to get wrapped up and coming all the way down here in front of us. So give us about, it'll probably be about another 8-9 minutes or so before that first band gets all the way down here. That'll be the DeKalb High School Marching Band under the direction of Chris Adamison. And then, of course, our MC today, I believe, is Mr. Jeff Turner. I'll have to take a look down at the grandstands to make sure.
Yes, it is.
So
I announced them, and we're so thankful for them and all they're doing to set this up and judge this for us. And
yeah,
so excited for it.
You talk about judging. This parade is judged. Lots of categories and lots of places. As the theater department, we used to have a float. We do not have a float in this year. but we always competed, you know, and tried to win one of those prizes. Now, you never knew what that prize was going to be. Sometimes that was $50, but it was well worth it just to be in the parade. But you can only be so many places and so many times. Wyatt,
Good morning, DeKalb County, and welcome
there we
to
go,
the
Mr.
DeKalb
Turner
County
kicking it
Free
off.
Fall Fair Grand Finale Parade. Our parade has stepped off on South Main Street, so we're just minutes away from this annual event. So grab your last donut, cup of coffee, or whatever, and settle in for a wonderful Grand Finale Parade to start just moments away.
So as you heard Mr. Turner there, this is the Grand Finale Parade, and I'm so excited about that. They are officially underway and headed our way, so it won't be long, and they should be headed our direction, and we'll be able to pick up action and tell you a little bit about all of those people that are in the parade today. So we're excited that you've joined us, and we hope that you enjoy today's parade. I'm going to kick it back over to Wyatt for a little bit. I got a couple of things I got to take care of, and then we'll be back with you as the parade gets to kick off. Wyatt, it's all yours for a little bit.
Ooh, that's scary.
Yeah, I'll turn it over to you and Coop. You and Coop can talk a little bit.
Okay. Glad I got someone here to help.
Howdy there, Wyatt.
Hey, what are your thoughts on the parade? Have you seen it before? What are you thinking?
If I'm being honest with you, Wyatt, I didn't know Auburn had any parades besides the ACD one.
Okay. Yeah, I've just never really been too interested, but I mean, it's also early in the morning and I want to be asleep. So at times, I'm not always with it. But I'm glad to be here this morning providing this for all of you at home who are watching.
I'm usually up pretty early, so, well, early, like 8. But I got my hot chocolate, so I'm good to go. I ran down to Jeremiah's. I've never had Jeremiah's hot chocolate. I'm very pleased. It was really good. Or it is really good. I'm still drinking it. I got a giant hot chocolate.
Yeah, we're excited to bring it to you. I'm honestly an early morning person too, but just these weekends I've just been really busy getting away from theater and tennis. It's just been a lot.
Yeah.
But excited to bring it here. As you just saw, we had a flyover. We're getting some commercials in there.
I did not. Unfortunately, I was not able to read what it said, but I think the camera might have caught it.
Here we go. You can see a crowd shot and just how many people are showing up and lining up to come see the parade and how excited they are. You can hear them in the background. You can hear all sorts of people talking. They've been here since 9 o'clock, as early as that, and it's just really exciting to see.
Yeah, it is great. Yeah, a lot of people, as you know, obviously we pulled in here around 9. But yeah, people going clear down the street past that church that I can see, and it's still going. And it goes all back the other way by the other church. So.
Yeah.
The streets are lined and pretty densely packed. It's looking good. It's great to have a good turnout like this for the community.
It is, and especially for the fair as well. We're really excited to see it, and we've been busy all week with the fair. Some people get tired, but we have it here. And on a Saturday morning, I mean, you don't always see that for most events. You can, and it's just hard to find. So there are plenty of people we'd like to thank here at BTV. They help so much, not just with the parade, but just with us. We'd really like to thank Ben Davis Chevrolet. Auburn Essential Services is a big one. We thank you so much for all that you do. We aren't on AES anymore, but they support us, and we are so appreciative of it. And we couldn't do it without so many sponsors. We're so thankful for you.
Well, hey, I'm back, Wyatt. I got everything taken care of I need to, mainly a good cup of coffee, all right, so that we are good to go. Again, we're really, really excited to be able to bring you the fair today. just for us, it's a really cool thing. Wyatt, you got a big list of people there, don't you?
Yeah.
I mean, everybody coming to you. I think the thing I love about today's parade, we call it the, celebration, the end of the fair, but the fair still goes on the rest of the day. And then, of course, tomorrow when you drive through town and it's almost empty, it's amazing how fast it clears out. The animals will start leaving tonight. They'll be released tomorrow, projects and stuff. But by Sunday night, everything's gone and pretty much cleaned up, too, which is also very, very impressive always. I think another thing I love about the parade is families come together to see it. I know my family gathers, and they're on a corner somewhere watching the parade, and I look out here, and I've seen so many families walk by looking for a place along the curb. I heard you guys mention while I was getting another cup of coffee that people were here at 9 o'clock. Well, I got to tell you, I drove through at 8, and there were already lawn chairs setting along the side. So people came down and camped out their stuff, and that's really, really cool that we've got that. And I think it's really kind of, you think about families coming together, okay? This is a big reunion, and the Fair Board has always billed it as one of America's largest family reunions. And all week, as I've walked around, you see people that you haven't seen for a long time. You see people on the streets here gathering. Gavin's down there walking around. But they're gathering, and I think that's the cool part about it. It's not just a celebration, but it's a chance to come together and be able to just spend some time. Just spend some family time. I can't believe you've never been to a parade.
No, I haven't. And, I mean, this is going to be some strange commentating because I know you love parades.
Well, that is a theater joke right there. I don't mind broadcasting the parades, Wyatt. I'm not, to me, it's hard for me to sit still sometimes. So when my wife wants to go to a big parade, I'm going to have to sit still for 2 hours and watch everybody go by. That's just tough for me to sit there. And it's not that I don't like them, I do, but I just, again, hard for me to sit still. There you go. Again, Claire Woodcox, the DeKalb County Queen, she'll be riding in the parade. She's one of our BTVers. Remember that she wouldn't have been elected queen. She'd have probably been sitting here hosting with you.
Yeah.
So
and we would have missed out on getting her paper of
that's
all
true.
the lists of
we got our list here. Yeah, so a beautiful day for the parade. There have been years where it has been misty or drizzly or cold, but man, a beautiful day today. Everybody coming in and being able to just have a fantastic time today. Well, we got Cooper's locked out downstairs, so he's hollering at us. So Wyatt's going to run downstairs and let Cooper back into the Team Quality Service building here. So, yeah, we didn't mean to lock you out of the building down there, Cooper. Been really fun for our BTV kids to be able to do a lot of work with different things, and we think it's just kind of fun to be able to get them the technology they can. And a big shout out to our #1 sponsor, Auburn Essential Services. They do a great job of providing our kids with what they need to keep your community connected. That is their slogan, keeping you connected with your community. So we're excited. Wyatt, we got a real quick shot of Cooper down at the door trying to get in. So, I got him back on there. But it's exciting to be able to think about that. The kids get a chance in it. Without Auburn Essential Services help, Susan Geyer and her team, and of course Mayor Dave Clark, it would be impossible to keep things rolling. So, that's our #1 job, is to make sure that we continue to keep you connected with your community. And you can log on. Last night was the Supreme Showmanship. Tonight you're going to load up. We're going to go back down and broadcast the Premier Showmanship, which is the best showmen from lots of counties coming together. And then, of course, we'll be packing up, and we'll be back to the high school on Monday for volleyball and football all next week. So really excited about that. Football team, another big win last night over Huntington North, 42-28, I believe. So they're having a heck of a year here rolling. So come out next Friday and check out the home game. The new stadium. I went by to the concession stand this morning on my way onto campus, and really getting close on that. So if you haven't been out to the new football stadium, it's just amazing. Big shout out to the administration that supports us, which is fantastic, but also what they're doing on campus. The future looking really, really bright here. possible student activity center going up and a possible fine arts wing going up. All of that being discussed at the board meetings here in October and November. So, but that's been almost 2 years in the planning now. So if you have any questions about any of that, make sure you reach out to somebody in the administration and they'll gladly tell you what's going on. But so excited for our kids, you know, for people like you that, you know, I know you might not get to enjoy it because it's going to take us a year to build it. Sorry about that, buddy. But when you come back, you can be a proud alumni that things are continuing to carry on and get better and better for our student body at DeKalb Central.
Yeah, and along with that, I just want to say congrats to Kirsten Haynes, who won Supreme Showmanship
She sure
last
did.
night. She's going to be performing again tonight for Premier Showmanship, and I mean, she's just doing so well competing.
Yeah, you know, if you missed our broadcast last night, again, you can pick that up on our YouTube channel. Like everybody, we have not continued our cable network. We are changing gears, and this is our first year full-fledged with our own YouTube TV channel. But it seems like that's the way the world's going. Wyatt, I've said this a lot, but even my mom decided to, you know, ditch Dish, and she said, I'm going with YouTube TV. And my mom's a YouTube TVer, so congratulations to everybody that's doing more and more YouTube. Well, hey, the parade is coming down the corner, and they are going to start coming this direction. You can start to hear the sirens as they head this direction.
You know, you were talking about how it's a big family reunion, and I really liked that because I started thinking about it, and my brother's home from college, and like the whole family's back. I've been busy working BTV, but we've been able to see each other, and it's been nice having everybody here, and we've been able to see all the alumni coming back for the fair.
Right.
Emma just got to see Lizzie and her brother.
So many people, and you're absolutely right, you know, come back for the fair. And turn that off. You right here. We are aware that maybe some of you dropped off on our audio a little bit, but we will continue to bring that to you. We'll reload our audio board and see if we can get that audio up. I'm going to have Wyatt continue on that path as we continue on this. All right, we continue to come on down the parade. Coming up next here after the Republicans, it looks like we've got the K9. He's listening to it on his phone. Coming up next is the K9 and Haven Rescue. So the K9 Haven Rescue is a nonprofit 501c3, okay? And this nonprofit is here at the DeKalb County, saving lives one paw at a time. This year they're walking to support and raise awareness of one of our adoptive families. And their daughter, Morgan, is an 18-year-old senior at Northrop High School. She's been battling aplastic anemia for 5 years and is in need of a life-saving bone marrow transplant. The German Shepherd they adopted from has been named Apollo and has been by her side through it all. You never know if you could be a match, so don't be afraid to reach out sometime. So a couple of causes going on there. You've got this nonprofit 501c3 based dog rescue in DeKalb County, but also just the awareness that they are helping families and like Morgan, this 18-year-old from Northrop High School. So continue to take a look and reach out. Following them is Premier Fencing. Premier Fencing working their way down there. I like, too, they show off some equipment. Now, Wyatt, that's a fencing tool that drives the post, stretches the fence, does the four square, ties it, and everything. They're done in a day with an entire roll of fence. I know, you're smiling right now, because how long did it take us to fix that one on the North Pasture right there?
Oh, not too long.
Well, maybe it was 2 or 3 days. We'll just leave it at that. But, there's something that, again, in our community, added value. Following them, T&T Plumbing and Heating. They've been around a long time here, located just next door in Liado, serving Northeast Indiana. They were founded in 1979, and boy, are they knowledgeable and trained. Following them, we've got the cutest baby of the fair, as you see him coming down through there. The cutest baby of the fair is just also Henry Butler, DeKalb Pregnancy Center, the Custer Baby winner with parents Harley and Greg. So the cutest baby of the fair was Dr. Greg Butler and Harley's son, the cutest baby of the fair. Following them was the McAllister Breast Cancer Foundation. They've been driving that 32 Chevy sedan, and they are here with us today in the parade. Following them, the DeKalb FFA. That's the dinosaurs there.
I think that's got to be my favorite
That's
float.
the DeKalb FFA. Can we get a close-up on them? There we go, the DeKalb FFA and their dinosaur theme. Really, really glad they're in the parade today. They're being followed by Glicks. Glicks is a 128 years community service and style. What began as a single storefront has grown as a trusted retailer. They're a proud family business, and they are part of DeKalb County. Republicans with other ideas coming up next. And again, like I said earlier, doesn't matter where you land on the spectrum as long as you're willing to come to the table. And I am encouraged today by all the people that are participating in our political walks, be they Democrats, Republicans with other ideas, whatever they may be. But again, wherever you sit, the number one thing is get involved, get involved. After them, Walmart, our local Walmart here. Boy, are they active in the community. They continue to support so many things. They are a valued retailer, but they continue to support so many things. Coming up after them, the Ashley Fire Department. Tanker number 14 in here today, or engine number 14 in here today, and then, of course, the Butler Police Department following them.
Here we go. Looks like, is that another American Legion post?
Yeah, this is the Christian Bikers Association, all right? the CMA, the Christian Motorcycle Association. They are very active in the community, doing different things. And just another one of our biker clubs, the Christian Association, Christian Motorcycle Association, with their bikes in the parade today. Following the Christian Motorcycle Association, coming up with Texas Roadhouse was in there somewhere, but I don't see them right now. So it looks like in between there it's going to be the Smothers Transport. Smothers Transport coming down the road with some of their big rigs, as the little kids on the sidelines like to call them. Smothers Transport is a reliable, family-owned business, okay, specializing in freight hauling across regional and national routes. They offer efficiency on time and delivery, so give them a call. If you've got something that you need to get transported, you can give Smothers Transport a call, and they will find a way to get it delivered for you. Again, big shout out to our camera guys today, Cooper Eads and Gavin Horde. Gavin down on the street and Cooper up on the balcony here at Team Quality Services, trying to bring this parade to you today so you can get a glimpse of what's going on.
Yeah, following up behind them is Jackson Fire Department. Jackson coming out from the baseball fields, kind of around my house.
Yeah, and you got to love it. The Jackson Fire Department still hanging on, now getting new members, trying to come back online to continue to support their community. So big shout out to them as they show up here today with their brush truck number 98 that goes out and fights all those grass fires and brush fires, and their first responder unit, okay, Rescue 91, which is on the scene as fast as they can be when they need to be there. So big kudos out to some more of our Jackson Township Fire Department. Coming up next, the Auburn Parks and Recreation. What can you tell us about the Auburn Parks and Recreation?
Auburn Parks and Recreation, they're so excited to invite you to the annual Halloween Walk, celebrating nearly 30 years of spooky fun. This year's theme is Villain's Lair, with Hades and Ursula bringing a taste of mischief to the parade. Don't miss the Halloween Walk at Eckhart Park, October 17th to 19th and 24th to 26th, free for all ages. It's funny they should bring up Ursula because that's what we're doing as the spring showcase.
Yeah, check it out. Little Mermaid coming to you fast at DeKalb High School, so be there. Also following them, the State Farm people. Jamie Hefty, if you're needing insurance, get out there and see the State Farm people.
The State Farm Beetle, Jeremy Huff race car. There you can see it right behind.
Yeah, so State Farm, a proud sponsor of lots of different things, including the Jeremy Huff race car. So we're really excited about that. Racing, you talk about a racing community, whether you're headed to Angola or whether you're headed to one of the other tracks, but so much going on. Coming up by them, we saw Ninja Warrior at the beginning, but coming up next, Ninja Warrior here, and all of these kids at the Classic City Center. I'm kind of partial to the Classic City Center. Why? I started the ATC way back in the year 1999. We sold the training center to the Gibsons years later, and they have just continued to grow it. And now you see the Ninja Warrior program, which has been so successful, continuing to support so many kids across the country and send them on to compete at Ninja Warrior. And I think if you haven't been out there, it's a really cool thing that's happening. As the Ninja Warrior is just another way for kids to stay in shape, another way for kids to be involved, another way for kids to be a part of something. And like we said, if we can keep our kids involved in something, their chances for success just continue to grow. Who's following up our Classic City Center Ninja Warriors?
Following behind that is Cedar Lake Church of the Brethren. Travel back to the Old West with our Wonder Junction VBS float. Oh, it looks great. They've got an armadillo stacked up there along with a bunch of kids with American flags. Their float takes you on a trip through the Wild West. We learned how to rope cattle, pan for gold, all around a town of faithful believers called Wonder Junction. This adventure of music, stories, crafts, and games reflected Psalm 113:3, from sunrise to sunset, they will praise the Lord.
Well, obviously got a great float coming through there, all decked out. Got a lone horse rider coming right behind them. Just love what's happening there. So continue to support your community and do so many things. Just a fantastic way. Following them, WBCL coming up.
Yeah, we saw their plane fly by earlier. They were getting some advertisements beforehand.
Local flyby. They were bringing their plane over. WBCL 90.3 on your family radio. Free Christian music out of Fort Wayne. Say hello to their staff at their station vehicle and check them out online at WBCL.org. I have them playing in several of the barns all the time, so when I walk in, I know what's going on.
24/7.
Coming up next, the Hicksville Bank. The Hicksville Bank showing here up right here with their plate. Got a couple of John Deere following side-by-sides there. And, of course, a really, really, really nice piece of equipment pulling their float from the Hicksville Bank. The Hicksville Bank was established in 1901, so it has been around a long time. And they're a proud supporter of the community. They offer retail services and all kinds of things. If you're in need of a bank, check out the Hicksville Bank, and what a great job being in the parade today. So glad they came to enjoy us. Following the Hicksville Bank, you can see is the Moody Family Insurance and Allstate. Shout out to Eric Ashelman. I see him down there driving in the end of that Hicksville Bank group right there. Doing a great job. Ashelman Farms, they're ready to head into harvest pretty soon. Allstate, yeah, Thomas Moody here of Auburn. So again, another insurance carrier with something to offer, which I think is just fantastic. They're going to be followed up by Ben Davis coming up next too. Looks like we got a little bit of a backlog here as people continue to work their way down through the pair round. We are thrilled again that so many people are here for the parade today. Just blocks and blocks and blocks of people lined up watching the parade today. And what a beautiful day. They're going to probably head downtown, be a great afternoon downtown. If you haven't been to the fair yet, make sure you find your way down to the Midway, find your way down to the industrial tent, maybe work your way down to the 4-H barns. Not a lot of judging going on today until tonight, 6 o'clock. Obviously, that premier showmanship where all the county champions come together to show it off tonight to find out who will rise to the top. Ben Davis coming up, a huge supporter of so many things. What can you tell me about Ben Davis?
Not much. I mean, they're a proud sponsor of high school athletics. We've seen their posters all around.
We do love the way they have continued to support all of those times. Following them, the Farmers and Merchants State Bank coming up in one of the old fire trucks. Just a phenomenal old piece right here that we really, really like. So the fire truck coming up. One of the things I love about these old pieces of equipment is Auburn's also known as one of those antique places, and this old fire truck is a great example of some of the old cars you can see when you're walking around Auburn if you happen to be here. So following them, what do we got going here? It looks like a tremendous semi here. This is Armstrong and Sons Transportation. You know, they got tons of semis coming down the road, but you take a look at here. What a great little semi-truck rolling down the road here for all these little kids to say, that is really, really cool. Followed by their big brothers, though, coming up behind them.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'd want to take that small one down the highway, but we'll see how it fares.
Well, Armstrong and Sons here again. There are so many options for your trucking needs here. You know, not only is Auburn known as an industrial and agricultural company, but when you think about the steel industry, so much happening here with some of our great partners like New Millennium and SDI and Nucor. And all of that takes transportation. And Armstrong and Sons, just another piece of the transportation puzzle here in our great community called DeKalb County. Big shout out to all of them for taking time to get their rigs here and get them into the parade. You know, they are not on the road to deliver today, which means that, you know, instead of making money today, they're here giving back to their community today. So thank you to Armstrong and Sons for doing just that. Following them is going to be coming up here down the road, the Neely Group. Now, the Neely Group is powered by Fathom Realty, and I'm going to let Wyatt tell you just a little bit more about the Neely Group, who's coming up behind them.
Yeah, just like you said, they're powered by Fathom Realty. It's a go-getting team of experienced agents that are here to help with all of your buying and selling needs. With over 10 years of combined experience, they thrive on providing the best experience possible for their clients. No matter where you're looking to buy or sell, the Neely Group can help you. I mean, I'm sure that would help Facebook Marketplace where you're selling a lot of some of your old equipment.
Well, Neely specializes in real estate. They do all kinds of things, but the Neely Group, is just another one of those groups that if you are in need of some type of real estate services, be it a house or be it land, or what you're looking for someone to help you manage your real estate choices, they're another one of those groups that are here in town. And again, today's a great example for you to see some of those people. Coming up next, Bright Point. Bright Point, another active group in our community. Tell us a little bit about them, Wyatt.
Yeah, Bright Point, they have a mobile office and ranger utility with Head Start preschool curriculum decorations. And there you can see their trailer, and it's great to see how they're able to be on the road and on the move to help so many people around so many different areas.
Well, yeah, and it looks like Gavin's on the move a little bit down there, but on the move, getting a little picture of Bright Point and what's happening. Following Bright Point, you can see they've got a huge group marketing and walking for them today. All of these people being part of the Bright Point group that's continuing to provide opportunities for people that need them. So really, really want to give a great big thanks to Bright Point and what they do for everybody, whether that's the Head Start and their preschool and everything they do to make sure kids get started off on the right foot. So thanks for that happening today. Following Bright Point, all these people that are marching, is one of our local supporters, and we love these guys a lot. Best Deal Auto, man, they are big supporters of Barron Athletics and Barron's in general. Big shout out to the Baldwin family. So Dave Baldwin and all of his sons, we're best deal, best quality, best finance every single time.
Yeah, so Best Deal Auto Sales, but then don't skip out on Pure Impact Studios, who offer quality photos at competitive prices. They were right there. They had a small walking group.
Oh, I miss it. Oh, they're sandwiched in there behind Bright Point. Thanks, Wyatt, for pointing that out for sure.
Yeah, they specialize in wedding, maternity, and newborn photos, as well as family photos, senior portraits, school photos, and sports and action shots. All over, they've got their U.S. based, and they're all over, and you can find them at purimpactstudios.com.
Well, check them out if you need them for sure. Next up, we're on Lakewood Park, another one of our school corporations here. We haven't mentioned them yet today, but a very valued added community piece of the puzzle. They are Lakewood Park, south of Auburn, and they're here today with us in the parade. So if you're looking for a different type of education for your children, man, check out Lakewood Park. But we're thrilled that they are here marching today. And again, Lakewood Park's involved in 4-H and the community events and everything. And again, we've said it already today over and over. Man, just keep your kids involved, and you can set them up for such a great chance of success. Following Lakewood Park, we have
Jackson Fire, 2 units.
Now, we saw Jackson in earlier with a couple of their other units. Here we got Jackson Township Fire Department coming in with their pumper number 93 and tanker number 96. Great to see Jackson here driving their trucks, letting everybody know they are okay. They're going to be down there. They're going to provide protection services for everybody. They're doing a great job of trying to recruit firemen down there and continue to keep the southern part of our county protected down in Jackson Township.
Yeah, past that, next up we've got Norris Chapel. They have a message that says, "Hello, everyone. It's great to be with all of you on this fall Saturday parade. They at Norris Chapel are so blessed to be a part of this amazing community. They're a Bible-based church, a prayerful church, and they lead a lot of mission projects that reach out into the community and the world. And they would love to have everyone join them at Norris Chapel Church."
Norris Chapel Church. So if you're looking for a place to call home, there's another place where you can come together with people that are like-minded and call something home. Norris Chapel Church. We've seen a lot of churches here today that are here helping out. So really, really want to thank them for taking time to be in the parade today, and make sure that if you need some place to land, Norris Chapel Church could be one of them. Coming up there, and you might not think about this very often, but the Hoosier Crane Service. Tell me a little bit about the Hoosier Crane Service today, Wyatt, and what the Hoosier Crane Service does.
Yeah, the Hoosier Crane is your full-service crane experts. At Hoosier Crane, they believe in being honest, fair, and trustworthy, in resolving any crane issues you may have. And they want to raise your expectations because they are lifting you to new heights.
There you go, lifting you to new heights. There you go. Well, and again, you might not be aware that we have services like this here in Auburn, Indiana, or DeKalb County, but it is crazy to know that they're servicing our county, even though they're based out of Fort Wayne. But they got active people at DeKalb County helping out with the Hoosier Crane Services. So kudos to them for taking time to be part of the DeKalb County Fair today. We're glad they joined us. Just another one of those things that people might not be aware of, and by coming to the parade today, you get a chance to take a look at all of these different services that are offered. And this is another one of those that, people are going to go home saying, okay, yeah, there's a crane service out there taking care of all those things that we need taken care of when it comes to building or building stuff. The Hoosier Crane Service. After them, we have another really, really valuable piece of our community coming up here. And a lot of people don't maybe understand in it, but tell us a little bit about our next entry in today's parade, Wyatt.
It's the DeKalb County Council on Aging, and there you can see the DART van, and I'll be honest, I'm not really sure what it is.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about it. So the DeKalb Area Rural Transit, okay, so DeKalb Area Rural Transit, DART, all right, is a system that you just pick up the phone and you make a call and they'll come get you where you need to. It is a service for all DeKalb County. It's public transportation. Think of it like a taxi cab. And only several years ago, the government started putting money towards rural transportation because, there's lots of ways to get around a big city, but there's not so many ways to get around a rural community. So the Rural Transit Authority started, and DeKalb was able to jump on board with that and start what we call DART. And they called them the DART vans for a long time here, and now it is grown to a huge organization. So you pick up the phone, you call DART, and they come pick you up and take you where you need to go. It's a very, very meaningful cost. I don't know the exact cost right now, but let's say for less than $5, you can probably get a ride to wherever you need to go. Now, if it's a longer trip, it could be a little, but they take people to Fort Wayne. They take people, pick them up from city to city, get them to doctor's appointments. They get them in to do their groceries. And anybody can use it. So why you miss the bus or your car breaks down, you could call DART. They could pick you up and they could get you to school. So don't be afraid to pick up the phone. Call 925-3311 for DART, okay? The DeKalb Area Rural Transit and public transportation. They can get you where you need to go. After DART, who we got coming up next?
Birch Ridge Management, a local veteran-owned pest control specialist, proudly providing pest control services for Auburn and surrounding areas. They've got a dog dressed up as a bee and a beekeeper handling him.
And a great big spider hanging off the top of their golf cart. So, but again here, I love this because, these people have put some thought in their thing. We got some beekeepers following there. And when you take time out to just get creative and remind us that, hey, we're here in town, and if you need help with your pest management, give us a call and maybe we can help you. So thanks for joining us today for the parade. That's just fantastic that they took time out to do that.
Yeah, then upcoming next, Waterloo Heavy Equipment Semi and Front Loader, serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio for all of your heavy equipment rental needs. They're 2 miles east of Waterloo on U.S.
Well, and WHE, I love them. Started out as Wakarusa equipment, and it's also Waterloo equipment now. I use them intensively. If we need something done and we don't own a piece of equipment for it, we'll give them a call. But they do a great job. Man, they can deliver the equipment to your doorstop. You can use it, and they can pick it up on Monday for you. So, if you are in with a project and you need a piece of equipment to do it, give them a call out of Waterloo Heavy Equipment, Wakarusa Heavy Equipment. They are people that will get you the equipment you need to get the job done. And, just like this dump truck they got coming down through here, Wyatt, I don't know how many brush things you've had to unload, but if we'd have rented that, you probably could have just taken them back and dumped them, okay?
Yeah, just maybe.
Just maybe.
But it's all right.
It's all good.
Nothing wrong with some manual labor.
Well, hey, coming up after them, we got some another big rig coming down, but it's pulling more WHE equipment, and you can take a look there at some more of the stuff that WHE has to offer. And again, if you don't own a piece of equipment but you need it, you can give them a call, and they can get it out to you and help you get your job done.
Yep.
Following WHE, who do we have next?
The Spencerville Fire Department, it looks like they've got Pump 63, and they've got a Dalmatian on the back. Not exactly the type of dog that I was expecting to fight fires. But
Well, it is a fire truck with a Dalmatian, and you got to love that, okay? They got someone dressed up in a Dalmatian, supporting that old spirit of a Dalmatian on the truck. We love that. We get a good shot of the Spencerville Fire Department. Spencerville, another very, very valued community here in the DeKalb County. And another great example that this isn't an Auburn parade. This is about DeKalb County and all of our communities out there. Following the Spencerville Fire Department, we have who?
Community State Bank Fall Family Fun.
Yeah, and CSB is a very valued added to our community. They've come into town and continue to be one of those banks that are working with our community to help people get started. So depending on what you need, man, call Community State Bank, and they are another option for you to help you with all of your financial needs. They're followed up by the Benchmark Family Services. I don't see them right there, March. Oh, they're right there sandwiched in there, Benchmark Family Services. And they're followed by then the Auburn Church of Christ. Tell me about the Auburn Church of Christ.
They welcome neighbors and offer free meal and programs every Wednesday, and they have block party for dinners and fun on October 31st, hoping to invite you for a Halloween meal.
Well, there you go, Auburn Church of Christ. They are in there to, again, help provide programming or anything you may need, okay? So check them out. Following the Auburn Church of Christ, it looks like we've got the Indiana's Best Cornbread, Norfolk Farms. Norfolk Farms are the people that want you to come out and enjoy the pumpkin patch and enjoy the country. This year's theme is Minecraft, and you can come out and check it. It's Indiana's largest corn maze, so check it out.
And they offer a whole lot more than just corn maze. I mean, they've got all sorts of games and attractions.
Next up, we got the Waterloo Fire Department coming in with their old antique tanker. I love that truck, always just huge. And then, of course, they're following it up with their modern-day tanker pumper number 82, and of course, their first response vehicle number 81. Huge shout out to the Waterloo Fire Department, Grant Township. They do so much up in Waterloo and Grant Township to continue to provide services for all the people living in that part of our county. So really, really, really want to say thank you to all of our first responders and all they do. Following them, All Out Detailing and Performance. What can you tell me about Detailing and Performance?
They're a small town, family-owned detailing business that takes pride in that wants you to take pride in your ride, and they do great work provided at a fair price.
You gotta love the paint job on that car. You know, got the shark teeth out there. What a great looking car that they've done. You know, you can get out there and take a look. They're located over in Butler, Indiana. Another one of those people that are very, very active in our community over in the city of Butler. What a melting pot. You know, I don't get to Butler too often anymore, but I love that shark car. Now, I need to find out. You know, I love the paint job there. Just really, really cool, Wyatt.
Yep, following that up is the County Line Church of God, truck pulling a trailer with walkers. County Line based off south of Auburn, and I know they're constantly doing community events, inviting people to their church. They've got a big church out there.
Well, yeah, if you need to get involved, you can check out County Line Church of God. They do have a lot going on there. They're value added, and they support all of our kids so well in the county. And we are thrilled that they have joined us today here for the DeKalb County Free Fall Fair to remind you that, hey, if you need a place to land, here's another place that is actively working in our community to provide opportunities for everybody in our community. Following the County Line Church of God, who do we have next?
Smith Farms Manor is your home for independent seniors over the age of 65. They offer carefree living with spacious apartments and many amenities, outing and activities, complete with a new fitness room, for your enjoyment.
Well, Smith Farms Manor is another great example of our community taking care of everybody no what age. We saw the why and the early learning for all of our preschools, right up until our seniors, making sure that everybody has a place to land in our community. You know, I love the fact that in Auburn there's so much senior care going up, you know, and you take a look at like Smith Farms Manor, providing opportunities for all of those people as we get into those years where we may need just a little extra help. There's a place to land without leaving, and you can still stay close to family. Following up Smith Farms Manor, who do you have next?
Healthies in Auburn. I really like Healthies. They're a nutrition club that focuses on overall nutrition and helping you reach your goals through transformation challenges, protein smoothies, protein coffees, and clean caffeine that is low sugar and low calorie. It's just a really nice small place, and I've always enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like it too. Healthies, they're a great way for you to try something different. You know, get away from the fast food and see what's happening at Healthies. Coming up next, well, what do we got here? We got T-Bones Maintenance and Repair. Tell me about T-Bones Maintenance and Repair.
They're owned by Tony Spriggs and is operated by Tony and Son TJ. T-Bones works on a variety of equipment like Lee-Bars, Sonoboggan, and TMLS and Bobcats. If you need a job done, call T-Bones for your maintenance needs.
You got to love everything they do for our community. Coming up right behind them, the Butler Fire Department. Again, man, another one of these old trucks, so important to our community. You know, we say it over and over, but NATMAS, the Early Ford Museum, the ACD Club, so many antique cars, and even our fire departments try to keep their antique trucks around. If we can keep our antique trucks around, then without a doubt, okay, we're on the fire department, and it just does such a great job to get a great picture of all of those firemen and what's happening. Who do we have coming up after the fire department, Wyatt?
Following that is Seifert's Landscaping LLC, proudly serving our community. Seifert's Landscaping is your local partner for landscape, hardscape, and commercial snow removal at 2025 KPC News Reader's Choice nominee.
Now that's a great snow commercial right there. Take your Bobcat, fill it with full of cotton, and boom, all of a sudden we'll get a picture of it going by right there. You've got great, great snow advertisement right there. So, yeah, you can check out Seifert's Landscaping, and it looks like they've got a great idea about what's going on. I love the fact that they're with us today in the parade here. Wow, picking up so many great things today in the parade, Wyatt. I just can't say how happy I am to see all of these people like Seifert's joining us in today's DeKalb County Free Fall Parade here for 2025. Well, the view from the street, people still hanging out. We got a little break in the action here, just a couple of seconds. But coming up next here, coming down the road, Jeff's Auto and Towing. I love this entry always, Wyatt. You know, it looks like there's a shed. My grandson once, I said, Grandpa, there's a house going down the road. You know, Jeff put this together, and you just got to love it. You know, he's got his skeletons out front. He does a great job decorating for the seasons out by his business. But Jeff's Auto Repair and Towing, huge, huge sponsor of the community. What else can you tell us about him?
Yeah, they're so happy to be celebrating the spooky season, October, Halloween coming up, with a mobile shed, or is it a haunted house, and assisting a ghost in need by towing their carriage. Jeff's ain't afraid of no ghosts.
There you go. And you even take a look how they got their car carrier, their tow truck all decked out here. Again, they've got that skeletal horse pulling a carriage with a skeleton behind it. I love this entry. What a great, great display. I just think, you know, Halloween around the corner, and they're doing a phenomenal job of dressing up their equipment, saying, hey, we want to provide something for the kids to look at it. Following them, hey, we got Caitlin School of Dance here. What can you tell me about Caitlin School of Dance?
Yeah, they offer an affordable dance studio in Waterloo. They offer both recreational and competition teams for all ages. Their mission is to engage in each student individually to equip them with strength, confidence, and skill at each level. Join their dance family on Facebook, or feel free to stop on in to check us out.
Well, and again here, what a great example of people that are keeping their kids involved in our community. And when you think about all of that that's happening, these kids are walking today, but if you're looking for a dance studio, I mean, you've seen 3 of them. There's more than that, but there's a lot of opportunities to have your kids involved. Another fire department coming up behind them. Who do we have next?
Yeah, it's Hamilton Fire. upcoming.
Well, you know, the
Engine
Hamilton
32.
And you think about the Hamilton Fire Department, we forget about Hamilton being part of our northern communities way up there, you know, but we have a lot of kids that are active down here that are part of Hamilton. A big shout out to the Hamilton Fire Department. It's been there since 1920, like you said, down here with Engine E32, just in the northern part of our county, helping out whenever we have those disasters or whenever we have things happening up in that part of the county. Following them at Wyatt, we got another float coming down.
Yeah, it's Eastside FFA this time. They're jingling all the hay with the Barnyard Winter Wonderland. Not sure how I feel about that before October, but their float brings holiday cheer, farm style, where frosty tractors shine, cows say Merry Christmas, and hay bales sparkle with lights. Even the pigs and chickens are getting fested.
There you go, the Eastside FFA here kicking off and trying to get it. We saw the DeKalb FFA came through earlier with their dinosaur themed Eastside FFA. You know, there's a category for floats, okay? So what are those floats going to win today? Coming up, we got a big rig towing here right there. What do you tell me about Riverside Towing?
Yeah, Riverside Towing, they're based out of St. Joe, Indiana, and has 1 heavy wrecker, 4 flatbed tow trucks, 1 light wrecker, semi and trailer forklifts, bobcat, mofit, and more for all your local and long-distance towing and recovery needs.
Well, and you take a look, you know, we all think about our own car needing tow sometimes, but when a semi breaks down or there's a big accident, you got to have, you know, transportation and towing that can get the job done. And here you go, Riverside Towing, another one of those organizations keeping DeKalb County safe and making sure that they can make sure we keep the roadways open even after some type of accident. Riverside Towing, another valuable piece of our community that continues to keep us safe, you know, located over in St. Joe. And they've got quite a few trucks coming down through here, and it's really, really cool to be able to see Riverside Towing continue that tradition as they keep our community safe.
Yeah,
a little low in the parade, you know, way down in front of the grandstand, you can see why our dancers are getting a little action in front of the grandstands. And that's really cool that, you know, what happens is we're able to get them dancing. Got a little shot of Cooper's shoulder there. He was checking out the next side, but lots happening. You know, we're broadcasting to you just before the main grandstands. And the main grandstand, there are some dance routines that happen down there and different things. So the parade sometimes gets backed up a little bit, but gives us a great opportunity to talk about what's happening. All right, well, Riverside Towing once again, and man, you can look back over some of their trucks, and just a great, you know, keep that phone number in mind, Riverside Towing, if you need something. Well, I tell you what a beautiful day for the fair. I know we've already talked about it, but, you know, as you think about the grand finale parade, some people like to call it, today we've really, really had some good entries, and it's been kind of fun to watch all these entries roll down here in front of the BTV balcony. You know, big shout out to Team Quality Services for letting us use their balcony today. Chris Straw and Lucas Straw and Carrie and all of their people have just been phenomenal. So great big shout out to them for letting us use their building and their balcony to broadcast from today. We used to be on the street always, and it's hard to get great shots on the street, but up here we can definitely bring you things in the parade that are just really, really cool and let you get a really, really good glimpse of the parade. So big shout out. Now, Wyatt, are you sticking around the parade the rest of the day? You got things happening?
I don't think so. I still got a lot of homework and everything to catch on from these past couple of weeks, and I need to hang around for that. So I'll be heading home. I want to meet up with my brother. He's coming. He's still home, and so I think we're going to grab dinner.
Gotta love that. Well, you know, we're coming up to just about the end here. You know, the parade is wrapping up, and we're going to get you these through things as Riverside Towing goes by here. But we want to thank everybody ahead of time for coming and spending time with us today. If you know people that didn't get a chance to see the parade, one of the great things we like about taking our station now to the YouTube channel is the fact that all of our stuff is also recorded and put it up for you to watch down the road. So make sure you tune in and check out all of our programs. Whether it's DeKalb High School athletics or whether it's community events or whether it's 4-H events or things like today's parade. You can catch it at DeKalb BTV on YouTube. And join us. You know, make sure you subscribe. We'd love to have you subscribe so that we know you're going to get the latest information, and continue to follow us, and so that you too can keep up with community events, because that's our goal, keeping you connected with your community.
Yeah, and we'll try our best to have the best quality we can to bring you sound and visuals. So sorry that you missed audio for that.
A little bit of time there, yeah.
Well, for most of the first half. I think it was off the entire time.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Oh, so we'll hope not, man. If the audio was off, we apologize for that. But I thought it was only off for a little bit, but we'll have to see what's happening. Here you go, Riverside Towing coming right back through there here with that historic truck on the back there, that old Studebaker. Great looking piece of truck. I'm not sure where they're going to drop that off, but it's a great piece. Walmart Transportation coming up next as one of our last pieces of the puzzle in the parade today. Walmart Distribution, an integral part of our community, a huge employer, a great expansion going on right now out at Walmart, which will continue to double the capacity of what they do out there. A huge employer here in DeKalb County, and a big thank you to Walmart and all they do for everybody in our community. I think that's another great example that you can come into a community and you can be a great retailer, but to be a great community partner is also really, really important. Following next, Jeff Cook coming up with the Blue Ox. Okay, Jeff Cook, a valued member of our community. He started the Monster Truck Museum over in Butler and the Hall of Fame over there. You can get a really good look at one of his monster trucks, you know, from over at the museum. So stop over in Butler, Indiana, and check out the Hall of Fame over there, all the monster trucks that exist that have been part of that entire industry driven by Jeff and all of his people. And then, of course, here you go. Get a good picture of that. That's all, folks, because that's all, folks. What can we tell you? It is time to wrap up the 2025 DeKalb Parade. We are so glad you joined all of us here to make this part of your morning on a Saturday. And again, you know, if you didn't get to see all the parade, check it out on our YouTube channel. And we're glad that you were with us today. And from all of us here at the BTV studios, from Cooper Eads on camera, Gavin Horde down in the streets on camera, and then, of course, Wyatt Nepper, my co-host today, and our engineer running all the switching. Wyatt, thanks for all you did today, and we look forward to seeing you again tonight. If you're joining us at the premiere showmanship from the Show Barns at 6 o'clock. So from all of us here at BTV, we'll see you next time.
Bye.